inside.
Great reason to fix the porch.
Yep, everyone wins.
August 16th, only at participating stores. See store for exclusions. Limit 1 bucket per customer.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
This new Valspar Reserve paint is super durable, Val. Stain resistant, and you can scrub it.
Yeah, it's scrubbable.
Is that a word?
It is now.
Scrubbable. I think I'm going to say scrubable.
Oh,
All right.
This paint is so scrubable, you can't see the coffee I knocked over this morning.
Wait.
Okay, here we go. Do. Talk sheet.
Recorded live.
GZ Community Chat, show number 212.
This is Mary Ribeiro, Executive Director with Seniors Helping Seniors, and you are listening to Garden City Community Chat. And now, host Carrie Parton.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to GC Community Chat. I'm your host, Carrie, and joining me tonight is Wayne County Commissioner Richard LeBlanc, Dr. Tom Iwinski, and Derek Parton. This show is dedicated to you, the residents and businesses of Garden City, as well as the surrounding communities. Remember, we're working hard to promote our community and yours.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of GC Community Chat. It's Thursday, August 14th, 2014, and you are listening to show number 212. Remember, no one is more committed to the businesses and residents than GC Community Chat. If you'd like to promote your business or organization or just give a shout out to your community, then GC Community Chat is here for you. We are all about promoting our community and yours. All right, let me introduce my co-host for tonight, filling in for Richard LeBlanc. We're pleased to have former City Councilman Mike Jones. Mike, how you doing tonight?
Oh, doing pretty good, Gary. A little tired.
A little tired, yeah?
Yeah, we sold 90 hot dogs down at Comerica Park today. And
Wow. They won, though.
yes.
That's the big thing. We'll talk a little more about that, too.
Yeah, okay.
A little later. Also, our favorite resident weatherman, I hope he's in there, Dr. Tom. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm doing all right. Very busy in the weather department this week.
Yeah, very busy. Very, very busy. Torrential busy. We'll get with you in a little bit. Well, we have a real heartwarming show for you tonight. Joining us is the founder of Angels Above Baby Gowns, Miss Dawn Lafferty, and also joining her is one of her hardworking volunteers, Miss Lisa Morales. What an incredible organization and service they provide. You won't want to miss it. We'll also be talking about the successful business card swap that we had Friday. I want to go over that. We may also talk a little sports with Mike Jones. I believe so. And Joy and Holly have their gardening in 2-minute segment. We'll get to that in a little bit. So we have a lot to get to. But first, let's get a check of the weather with Doppler Tom and make sure the rain machine is turned off.
Okay, let's do a check on weather with Doppler Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah,
Can we put our hip boots away?
I don't know. I just left the faucet on, I guess. But getting more serious. Yeah, it was a very busy week in the weather department, and we'll get into those details in a minute. But we'll get to the forecast for the rest of today and the weekend and now next week. And yes, for the rest of today, it's going to be a little cool out there. Some even say like it will be chilly.
I love it.
For overnight lows, and some of the outward suburbs can get to the upper 40s. So, yeah, it's a very fall-like pattern today and into tomorrow. And those clouds will stay long gone. And another sunny day out there tomorrow. It's probably going to be in the lower 70s, so enjoy it. And then as the weekend, we'll see a little bit of rain. Nothing like we've seen this week, but I'm thinking probably Saturday night into early Sunday, we'll see a little bit of rain. If you have any plans Saturday, I think the majority of the day will be dry out there, so that's good news. And temperatures all this weekend will probably be around 80 degrees, so nothing too bad to worry about. And then as we get next week, we'll probably see, again, on and off rain early in the week through Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Will be on and off rain. Nothing I don't think you'll see at this point that won't be contributing to any more flooding. But, excuse me. morning. We'll just have to wait and see. And temperatures all next week will probably be around 80 degrees. So we're going to, again, be below average. We're supposed to be probably, again, in the mid-80s. Summers be cool. And a little bit rainy as well, definitely. And we'll get into those details right now about the rain event, because it's definitely worth mentioning. Monday is when it all started to get going, and we had a very slow-moving low-pressure system that was moving into the Great Lakes system, and region, and it had a very, very large tropical air mass that it was wrapping in all the way from the Gulf of Mexico, and that really contributed to the rainfall rates. And it started pretty early, around 11 o'clock Monday morning. The rain started to get going. It was a pretty steady rain. It wasn't that torrential rain until we got to the evening, but it was a steady rain all throughout much of the day. And then we got those bands that really started to wrap around the upper low, and those rates inside those bands were well over an inch per hour. And in a brief period of 4 hours, that region all throughout Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb counties seeing about 4 to 6 inches of rain in that period, which I've never seen in this region in a very long time. No. And that was breaking records as it was falling in such a short period of time. And of course, it was causing a lot of flooding as well. But we'll get to the records right now, because at Metro Airport, I know other areas got more than other areas, but at Metro Airport, the official reporting station, they've seen about 5 inches of rain on Monday, and just a few hours period. And now that's the second rainiest total ever on record for a single day into the record book. So we missed the all-time rainiest day by just about a quarter of an inch. So we got breaking records, Kerry. First it was the snowiest season on record, and now it's almost the rainiest day on record. So I think we've seen our fair share of active weather in Michigan, but
we're done.
But one thing I stress as we talk about the flooding is people really need to pay attention to the roads. If you see something ongoing right in front of you, you should never, ever, in any circumstance, in my opinion, to drive into a flooded road. Mm-hmm. I know some people didn't have the option where they could turn around, but in my opinion, if you can, definitely turn around. Don't drown. Because you don't know that road or how deep that water is. The road could be compromised. You can go to a giant sinkhole. Mm-hmm. You don't know what's going on. That's one part of the flooding I wanted to mention. The other part is I know people are very stressed out about the flooding, but you do never, ever, ever want to go into the floodwaters and have a good time, because you definitely do not know what's in those floodwaters.
It's nasty water.
There could be sewage, there could be animals, there could be glass, there could be debris, so you never, ever want to play in floodwaters. I know those kids were probably thinking it was a good time, and you just think it's clean water, but that's another thing I just wanted to mention. Never, ever play in floodwaters.
Yeah, good point.
You never know what's in. So those are the two big things that I wanted to mention, but yeah, very busy, active Monday, and that continued into Tuesday as that slow-moving low-pressure system slowly moved eastward. And in a 1-hour period during 2:45 to 3:45 p.m. on Tuesday, we seen over an inch of rain, and that's very impressive. And our final total in the city of Garden City was about 6 inches, 5.44 in about a 35-hour period, which I've never seen in the weather world in our area. So very impressive early part of the week that we dealt with, and we're still recovering on the roads, and we're still recovering in basements and properties. So it's going to be probably a very long time until everything gets back to normal, but I don't see a pattern that's going to be very similar to that into the meantime. It's going to be very dry over the next few days. So good news that you're recovering. But definitely something to talk about. And that slow-moving low-pressure system continued into the Northeast. And after we had the record-breaking rain, it hit Baltimore. They had very big record-breaking rain and flooding. And then it moved into the Long Island of New York. They had very record-breaking rain. And then it continued eastward into Portland, Maine, which they've seen early this morning, and now it's moving out to sea. So that system is long gone, but it brought a lot of problems here and parts of the Northeast. Switching gears into the northwestern United States and all across the West Coast, they're dealing with the complete opposite. They're still dealing with very hot temperatures. They're dealing with a lot of wildfires and the drought out there. So very interesting that on one side of the United States we're dealing with such wet conditions, and on the other side we're still dealing with fires and droughts and dryness. So those were the two biggest weather stories this week. And the tropics are starting to quiet down as well. I know Hawaii earlier in the week got hit by a very strong tropical system, and now that's moving out to sea, and now starting to quieten down out there. So, but that was the biggest story, the Detroit flooding out there all across our region.
Yeah.
3 people have actually died from the flooding. I know that that's very sad to think about, but floods are a silent killer, and you never want to underestimate them. You never want to drive through them, and you never want to play. But if you want to keep tuned to all the weather information, just go to my website, DopplerTopsWeather.com, because it was on top of it, and I knew that it was going to be a very busy day. So
yeah, you were busy, that's for sure. All right, thank you, sir. We don't want to see that for a while, that's for sure.
No, that was a big event.
All right, remember, if you want to join the conversation tonight or maybe have a question or comment for any of us here, just head on over to TalkShoe.com and search for show ID 82757. That takes you right to our main show page, where once you're there, you click on the large Join Now button, and you'll sign in as a guest or create a free account, and that will take you right to our chat room where you can listen in and type your questions and comments at the bottom of the page, and you'll find our phone number and show ID there as well. Now, to call in, the number is 1-724-444-7444, and you'll enter the call ID 82757 followed by the pound sign. Some of you may have to call in more than once due to the heavy traffic, and we apologize in advance. Keep trying, and we hope to talk with you soon. You can always text your questions or comments to us at 734-788-9319. We also are doing a video recording of tonight's show, so you'll be able to put a face with the voice, and that video will be available later on YouTube, on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/communitychatshow. All right, let's get to our guests for tonight. She is the founder of Angels Above Baby Gowns, and she is here with Lisa Morales. Dawn Lafferty, welcome to the show.
Welcome. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Now, what made you start this organization? Let's get to that first.
I was reading a story about a lady in Texas, a lady in Georgia, and a lady in Seattle who was doing the same thing. They had all lost a child and were taking their own wedding dresses, and they made an angel gown. So I couldn't stop thinking about it. I tried to find one in Michigan, and I couldn't. So I put on Facebook one night while I was sitting with this older gentleman, and I said, thinking about starting a nonprofit group, and this is what I want to do. Within 2 minutes, several of my friends said, I'm in, I'll help.
Wow.
And within a week, we were up and running.
So go ahead and explain to our listeners what exactly Angels is.
What we do is we take wedding dresses that are donated from people in the community, and we receive gowns as far as Florida and Texas and all over the country. And we take those wedding dresses and we transform them into a burial gown that we then donate to local hospitals.
Yeah, these are babies that don't make it home from the hospital.
Yes, that's correct.
And it's not just strictly wedding gowns, right?
No, we also take prom dresses and evening gowns.
Bridesmaids.
And Lisa, you're a volunteer. What's your job? What do you do? We were talking about it earlier.
I do a little bit of hand sewing, but mostly I found my niche in doing the packaging, organizing, keeping track of what size dresses, gowns that we need made.
Yeah, the inventory
like
and that.
Yeah.
So how many of these do you put out, like a day, let's say?
That varies. We probably are doing close to 100, 125 a month.
Wow. Yeah, that's kicking them out for sure.
Our goal was to do 200 by the end of the year.
But you're well.
And we are well over that.
Wow. And you go around to all the hospitals in the area. I mean, you're going to how many hospitals now?
I think we have them in 12 hospitals right now.
12 hospitals.
Yes.
And they're pretty receptive, I would imagine.
Very receptive. St. Mary's was our first one. And when we first called them, the nurse and the director told me that they get calls of people wanting to volunteer and wanting to donate things all the time, but they never hear back with them. Within a week and a half, we had called and said, we're ready to make a delivery. And she said, you are?
And you said you're not just in Michigan, you're in other states.
Yes, we have 2 chapters, three chapters. One here in Garden City. We have one in Appleton, Wisconsin. and we have one in Corinth, Mississippi.
So how many volunteers do you guys have roughly now? Would you say?
We have 855 members through Facebook, and we probably have at least 100 active members. Some of the members are just going around picking up gowns. Some are taking beads off of dresses. Some are cutting dresses apart.
Delivering.
We have a secretary because we've gotten so big and I couldn't do everything, so I had to assign a secretary.
Wow. Now, what about monetarily? You would accept money, donations?
But we are not a charitable status. We do not have a 501c3
Okay.
because it's cost prohibited for us.
Okay, I got you.
It's cheaper for me to buy the supplies than it is to pay to have that charitable status.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We do take donations of ribbons, threads, anything that anybody will give us.
Mike, you have a question? You want to jump in?
I was just amazed. You do a lot of this work locally out of your own basement, you said.
That is correct.
And your group volunteers typically meet, what, one day a week?
We meet on Thursday from 11 o'clock till 3 o'clock, and we offer sewing, friendship, dessert, and lunch.
And, of course, you're always looking for volunteers, right, Lisa?
Definitely, definitely. One of the things that we did about a month back, Tears invited us to one of their events. We pulled together a dress drop-off in 2 days, and we had 29 dresses dropped off at that event.
Wow.
And it was just 2 days, word of mouth, through Facebook and us.
So how would people contact you if they wanted to
Right.
volunteer to help out in some way?
They can contact us through our Facebook site, which is Angels Above Baby Gowns, Garden City, Michigan, or they can call us on the phone at 734-421-2322.
And no two gowns are the same. They're all different, right?
That's correct.
That's what's so unique about it, too. How many gowns do you say you could get out of a typical wedding gown? I mean, or does that vary, too? Or
It varies, but usually between 10 and 15.
because there are different sizes, right?
Yes, we have micro preemie through full term, and we also do a burial wrap, which
Okay.
is in a dress. And then we also have people who crochet hats for us. We take the beads off of the necklaces, and we make the beads off the dresses, and we make necklaces.
So nothing really goes to waste,
Nothing
that's
goes
for sure.
to waste. We take the netting and the tooling, and we have angel ornaments that are made out of those.
You have some here in the studio. I just wanted to hold a couple of these up for the camera here just so they can see some of these if you could. I mean, these are really gorgeous, beautiful work.
We do have some boy gowns, and the boy gowns have like a bow tie on them with
Really?
buttons.
Oh.
So they're a little bit
pockets.
different. Little pockets.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I asked you before we come on the air, you've probably heard where, how can you do that? It's such a depressing job, but it's really rewarding, isn't it? I mean, once you get into it. And
Very much. I don't think of it as being depressing. I have friends who can't do it because they've lost a child, and it's like we're throwing it in their face again. But I don't think of it as being depressing. It's just very rewarding. It's a gift from our heart.
yeah.
Definitely, because all the parents and stuff that donate their dresses, a lot of them are donating because they had a baby pass away. So they're donating their wedding gowns so that we can, spread that gift.
Yeah, and I wanted to mention our good friend Buddy Shue, too, with the Tears Foundation. Now, you work with him, too.
Yes.
How does that
Buddy Shue
correlate?
runs an organization called Tears, and what Tears does is they help provide financial assistance to these families who have lost a child. Most of these families are trying to think about preparing for their nursery, and then the baby dies, so they've never even really had a shower, they don't have anything, so it's very sad for them.
Yeah, Buddy and Shelby are awesome people. I met them for the first time we had them on here, and it's just a great foundation what they're doing, too, what they're doing, what you're doing.
Yes.
It's awesome, and I'm happy that we can get the word out for you,
Thank you.
And anything else you wanted to say?
No, I can't think of anything
You
else.
sure? You still got time?
I'd like to tell you, though, with the Tears side of it, we are doing a fundraising event for Tears. It's going to be August 23rd.
Okay.
At St. Simon and Jude.
All right.
We are doing a paint and pour. So it's where an artist comes in and designs a painting, and the whole class is there doing a painting also. It's going to be at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
It's $35, and all the proceeds go to Tears. So that's something that on the Tears side.
Okay.
That's going on.
Yeah, we're always willing to promote Buddy, you know that.
Yeah, I love Buddy.
Mike, anything else?
Oh, where is that at?
St. Simon and Jude, that's in Westland. and that is on Palmer, right between Benoit and, what is that, Merriman?
Merriman.
Yeah, Merriman. Okay.
So, yeah, and then we have the information on our site, too, on the Angel Gown site.
So these are all donated, too. There's no charge whatsoever to the hospitals.
That is correct. And when a dress comes in, I'll just kind of explain the process. When
Okay.
a dress comes in, we photograph that dress, and then we list it on our site. So anybody who donates a dress, it is recognized that they did give it to us.
Okay, awesome.
Then it goes through a process. We photograph it, we cut out all that poofy stuff, then we throw it in the wash machine and the dryer, believe it or not.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Then we start cutting it apart. We just cut that skirt right off of the top. And then,
Hard to watch for some reason.
yeah,
right,
you know,
exactly.
somebody spends a lot of thousands of dollars
Yeah.
on a dress, and we're just hacking
Right, you're
it.
talking a lot of money for these dresses.
Yes,
I mean.
exactly. And then it goes into our cutting room, and the girls start cutting out the dresses.
Wow.
And then from there it goes over to the table, and the girls start sewing it.
So what do you have patterns for these,
Yes,
or do you just
yes, we
come
do
up
have
with your own
patterns.
ideas? Or?
We have patterns, and we got them from the lady in Seattle, Washington, but we have modified it.
Okay.
Because it just didn't fit the way our seamstresses wanted. We added a vest to it that was a little bit
Tweak
more
it a little
fitted.
bit.
Yeah, we tweaked a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's good. That's good.
And then they go to packaging, and like she said, it gets packaged in a gown. We do some by sizes. We do some by male and female. And then they all get ornaments. They get necklaces. They get the little prayer card
Now you all meet once a week
on Thursdays.
on Thursdays. Now, how often do you deliver to the hospitals?
It varies. Sometimes we
That
might go
varies.
3 times a week to a different hospital. We might skip a week. I know
Okay.
we have 2 deliveries coming up, one at Providence Novi Park, and we have one at Henry Ford West Bloomfield.
Okay.
There's a couple others too.
Yeah, Botsford. I know that's a little ways you go to.
Yeah,
Both
we
my
did.
boys were born
yeah,
there.
we
so
did. We did Botsford. That was one of
very
the first
familiar with
ones we
them.
did. Yeah.
What about Garden City? Anything in Garden City?
We are waiting on Garden City. When I first called them, they said they didn't really have a need for it. But I think I just didn't speak to the right person because now I have a secretary and she spoke to somebody and they want them.
And probably being in the middle of the buy-in,
Right.
who bought them and that.
Yep.
It was probably
Yeah.
confusing for them. They
Yeah.
couldn't really make a decision.
Yeah, because it was
Well, I hope
right
you
at
get
that
in
time.
there. Yeah.
We will.
Well,
Yeah.
it was nice when we did Annapolis. The head nurse there, actually, when we went to sit down in the conference room, she walked in with her own wedding dress. That was really nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And when we went to Sinai Hospital last week, we actually went into the NICU. They made us scrub down, put a gown on, and we walked by those little incubators with the babies in it. It was so emotional. It was
Oh,
the
I
only
can
time
imagine.
it really hit me.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's tough. What's the oldest wedding dress that you have? Do you know?
65 years old. It came from my Aunt Joyce.
Oh my
My
gosh!
mother's sister.
Wow. Now, what about how's that work if they like turn yellow or anything like that?
Then they become an ivory angel gown.
Okay.
An ivory angel.
You just utilize it.
We do have a dress that is a little bit older that we have on display
Mm-hmm.
at Greenmead. It was donated
Okay,
to us.
yeah, Greenmead.
And we have it on display there. I don't know, some historical thing they're doing. And we
Mm-hmm.
donated it in honor of this person who gave it to us and in honor of Angels Above Baby Gowns.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be on display for 1 year before we cut it up.
Okay. Wow.
So we get a little publicity there, too.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Greenmead's awesome over there.
Yes,
I like
it
that
is.
place. Yeah, they have some real historical stuff. Well, look, I think we covered everything. I really appreciate you guys coming on. Anything else you want to say, Lisa? You're pretty quiet over there.
Well, I think too, like one of the main reasons, like me and Dawn had gotten into it, because I jumped on with Dawn like 2 weeks after she
Okay.
started doing it.
So you've been doing it right
Right,
with
pretty much
her.
from the start to the beginning. But the main reason that I had wanted to do this, I had read an article through a different company out in Texas that was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And from reading the article, seeing that these babies in the hospital, when they do pass away, how they were being wrapped in wash rags or towels because there were no clothing those sizes for some of these babies.
Yeah,
And reading that, I was like, this
Yeah,
is something
that's-
that I have to do. It's not even I must do. I have to. I can't even.
Yeah,
and then
give them some
finding-
dignity at least,
Exactly, and that's why we say it's such a gift from our heart because each one we might be joking and laughing and having a great time while we're making this, but our hands the whole time know that it's a gift,
Mm-hmm.
and we're doing this for other people and to help ease their pain
Right.
with something that happened. We know we can't take it away, but we can give them something from our hearts at the
Yeah.
same time. So,
That's awesome.
yeah, it definitely is.
If
You guys
there,
are good.
if there are seamstresses who would like to help us and they
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
have,
yeah.
if they don't have a sewing machine, we do have loaner machines that we will loan out to you.
Oh, okay.
That you can take home
Do it right from
and
their
do it
house.
right from your house. Bring the gowns back.
That's awesome. Sit in front of the TV or whatever and just sit
Exactly.
there.
Yep.
You know, a lot of your widows or
Yes.
anybody,
Yeah.
single. Or,
Shut-ins.
yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely. Yeah, because we've had people donate
Sewing machines.
to us, and so it's so easy to be able to. Dawn fixes them. So
I'm a
if they
sewing
need to-
machine mechanic, so I can fix them so that they're ready to go.
Yeah.
She's a regular Jill of all trades.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, tunes them up. And
A Dawn of all trades.
Dawn of all trades. Yeah, there you go.
That's cool. You have a card here? I can have a card?
Yes, we do.
All right, and we'll get the word out, and anything we can do to help, let us know. You're always welcome back.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you coming on, and I'll send you the link to the show and
Definitely.
in a link to YouTube, and
Okay. Yeah. That
check it
would be
out,
great.
wave and everything.
Thank you for having us. I
Oh,
really,
absolutely.
really appreciate
Thank
it.
you for what you're doing. I mean, that's just awesome, right, Mike?
Oh gosh, it just touches your heart to see people who are doing things for others.
Thank you.
With no thought of personal reward other than the satisfaction of doing it.
Exactly.
This
Yeah,
is-
it's great.
I just want to sew every day.
Yeah.
That was my goal.
Well, you must really feel good. Let me tell you, you guys do a great job, and we really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
All
Thanks
right.
a lot.
I know you guys got to go to your other job now
Yeah.
or whatever, so
Our real ones.
be careful out there, and you can just see yourself out. Okay.
All right, thank
Just go
you.
right out
Thank
the front.
you.
Thank you. Take care.
All right. Bye bye.
Wow. Awesome. They do an awesome job, Mike.
They sure do.
Makes you feel good. People are out there doing that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on here. You know what I want to do? I think we'll get into the gardening in 2 minutes. We'll do that. And here's Joey and Holly.
This is Gardening in 2 Minutes. Gardeners face a number of problems in the garden with bugs and different diseases. Powdery mildew is one of the more familiar problems that you may face with your vegetables, fruits, and trees. There are some simple remedies to help eliminate or greatly reduce the effect that this problem has on your plants.
Powdery mildew is a result of too much moisture. This can happen when you have a moderate temperature of summer. This can also happen with too much rain, too much humidity, and not having your plants have the ability to dry off overnight. There's some commercial or retail fungicide that you can purchase for your plants. It may be expensive and also leaves a white, sticky substance on your leaves of your plants, which is not favorable. So there are some homeopathic remedies. There's things such as neem oil, baking soda, potassium bicarbonate, which is similar to baking soda, mouthwash, vinegar, and milk. We've chosen to use milk to control our powdery mildew.
It's gotta be
2 parts
frustrating.
of milk or 1 part of milk
be
to 2 parts of
frustrating.
water. And this will help when you spray it on your leaves. This will help prevent and get rid of the powdery mildew. Now, when you're spraying anything on your leaves of your plants, you want to make sure, yes, you give them a good spraying, but you don't want to oversaturate them, adding to the excess water on your plants, causing the powdery mildew. Just like any other sort of mildew, it's just a result of too much water. We found this information
and they have a lot of pride.
online, and if you go to your favorite search engine, you can just search "Controlling or Eliminating Powdery Mildew" by Joe Lampel, and that's Joe Lampel, and Lampel is Lampl, and that is where you can find the information with the different methods and how you control it with those methods and the exact recipes.
For more information in regarding to powdery
worry about
mildew
Kansas
control, our weekly
Don't worry
video
about Kansas.
productions,
Worry about
as well
Detroit.
as our free downloadable digital quarterly magazine,
Detroit
you can
plays
find all that
decent.
information
You'll be
at
all right.
TheWisconsinVegetableGardener.com.
For Gardening in 2 Minutes, I'm Joy Baird.
And I'm Holly Baird.
All right. Thank you, Joey and Holly, and we will talk with you next week. All right. right, I just wanted to mention a couple things here. I want to mention the Straight Farmhouse, their flea market that they have. It's the second and third Saturday of every month through September, and the next one is going to be August 16th, and it's only $15 for a 10 by 10 space. That's payable on the day of the flea market. We went over there this last weekend, and they had a great turnout. So a lot of stuff over there. Take a tour of the museum. Mike Lawrence would love to see you over there and give you a tour. They are located at 6221 Merriman Road on Merriman between Ford and Warren. So head on over there, and they have some great stuff over there. Also, Guardian Martial Arts is having an outdoor extravaganza, track and field skills and drills. It's team building. It's a lot of fun, they said. 3-legged races, sack race. For $30, you get an obstacle course and more. Saturday, August 15th from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. and lunch is included. So, and also, if you bring in your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie receipt, you'll receive a free month of American Kempo training. So, they are located at 309424 Ford Road. Their phone number is 734-266-0565. And that is August the 15th. Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Exactly. I also have to mention August 20th, they're having a lunch and learn at the Maplewood Community Center. You and your health is the topic. Learn how to manage chronic illnesses associated with general health issues of aging adults, how to prevent illness, and how to live a healthier life. I think we're included in that, Mike.
I would think so, Kerry.
From 12:15 to 1:15, and the speaker is going to be Dr. Hassan. He's an MD. He's a medical director of the Better Health Clinic. He is a board-certified internal medicine physician. And also, it's if you want to purchase a lunch, you must register by calling Regina Jackson at 734-793-1874, or you can bring your own sack lunch. But if you want to order a lunch, it's $2.25, and you call Regina, and she'll hook you up. So that's a good deal. They're going to cover conditions such as arthritis, diabetes, congestive heart failure, digestive disorders, hypertension, Parkinson's disease, respiratory issues, all kinds of stuff, mental well-being, and they're looking for a pretty good turnout over there. So hopefully they will. Very important.
Did I hear right that Robin Williams had beginning of Parkinson's disease?
Yes.
That was contributing to his depression?
Yep. Said he was sober, but he had early onset, I guess, Parkinson's disease. So.
What a talent.
Yeah, what a waste, eh?
Yeah.
It's too bad. He's a funny guy, that's for sure. Let's see. Oh, also, Chief Harmon, the fire chief in Garden City, wanted to let everybody know to please attend the swearing-in ceremony for the newest member of their fire department, Mike Storms. That's going to be on Tuesday, August the 19th, in the Garden City Police Department multi-purpose room at 4 p.m. August 19th at 4 p.m. at Garden City Police. She'd like to pack the place, she said. So everybody head on over there and welcome Mike aboard. And we did the lunch and learn. Also,
annuities?
What?
The one on annuities that was this week?
What's that?
The lunch and learn on annuities was this week. And you got one coming up on...
Yeah, this one's coming up,
Yeah.
On, what did I say, 20th?
Yeah.
Yep. The next Garden City meeting, council meeting, is going to be Monday, August 25th. They had to cancel the one because of the great flood, a 100-year flood.
Yeah. I pulled into the lot because I hadn't got an update on it, and Allison was sitting in her car.
Telling everybody go.
Yeah, saying, it's canceled. You can go home.
Yeah, we were going to go, and I actually saw it on Facebook that it would cancel, so I posted it out there and let everybody know. But, the next one's going to be August 25th at 7 p.m. at City Hall, located at 6000 Middle Belt Road. Let's see. Remember, our shows are always recorded, and you can find them on our main show page, Once again, it's over on TalkShoe.com. Just search for show ID 82757, and all 212 shows will be over there for you to check out at your convenience. And then, as always, we will upload the latest show when it's made available to our Facebook page at facebook.com/GCChat. And for those of you that would like to put a face with the voice, hello. We are videotaping the show, and they will be found on our YouTube channel later on at youtube.com/communitychatshow. So, no matter what, we have you covered. Got them covered, Mike.
Yes, sir.
They won't miss a thing, and we thank everybody for listening and your support. All right, let's talk about a few things. Last night we went to the ice cream social over at...
How'd that turn out?
That was very nice. We had a great time. Garden City First United Methodist Church.
Good crowd?
Good crowd. Probably as big as last year, I would say. Good ice cream. Ice cream was good. All the toppings. Made a donation for their food bank over there. The Big Band Express played. They did real well. They started at 6:30, and it was over at 8:30. So a couple hours. It was fantastic. The weather was perfect. Good conversation. Richard was there with his wife, and our soon-to-be senator, David Knesik, was there, and a lot of people were there. We had a good time.
Yeah, tell David I need a Knesik sweatshirt if he wants me to work the polls in November.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, he's going to have to come out with some sweatshirts. That's a good idea. I'm going to let him know. But yeah, you worked last night? Is that why you weren't there?
Yeah, I was done. I sold 90 hot dogs last night and 90 more this afternoon.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Mike Jones works at Comerica Park. He is a vendor there. You've been a vendor for how many years?
I think 36.
So that goes
half
way
my
back,
life.
Way back to Tiger Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
Good times in Tiger Stadium. I bet you got a lot of memories there.
Yeah. Well, the 84 World Series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. So you sell a lot today?
About a half a load less than my average.
They said it was a full house.
It was. Standing room only.
Wow. For a weekday, that's pretty good.
Yeah. And fortunately, they won both of these games last night and today.
Now, who pitched? Was it Max?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he was
on fire.
Yeah, 3 hits in 8 innings, 14 strikeouts, no runs.
I think this Joe Nathan fiasco might have fired him up a little bit. You think?
Yeah, probably. And apparently, Kinsler gave him a little talk in the dugout the other day. So hopefully,
you need some of them guys to step up. Probably.
You do.
And
some of your
veterans.
team leaders that are recognized, they're doing it on the field, and you need them to step up and give the rookies and so forth some assurances that
exactly.
Hey, we can overcome this.
Yeah, because that one game, a couple days ago, oh, my God, they played terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. I mean, the errors and, they just didn't have their head in the game. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
But
well, that 19-inning game took
a
lot out of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That was unbelievable. And then to lose it, too. So, but we had a 5-0 lead. Should have never went 19 innings.
Yeah. We had a 5-0 lead today until the 9th inning.
Yeah. Yeah, we're biting our fingernails a little bit. Cardiac kids are back.
Yeah. Colt gave up a 2-run home run, and Chamberlain had to come in and bail him out.
Wow. Yeah, Nathan didn't pitch today.
No.
So what do you think about that? I mean, hey, the guy apologized today. Yeah. They're frustrated, right? Just like
Absolutely.
The fans. I mean, maybe even more so, really.
Probably
they just can't show it like we can.
Yeah, they have to be professional, and they can't boo each other, and they can't show it, and so forth. They have to hang together as a team and what have you. It's
right. You win together and you lose together.
And they recognize even more than we fans do that, hey, this is a marathon, and if you're having a down stretch, everybody's going to have a down stretch.
Yeah.
People are saying, well, gee, Kansas City won again today, so we're still in second place. I don't care what Kansas City does.
Yeah.
I don't worry about Kansas City at all.
Yeah, like you said.
Worry about the Tigers.
Yeah, you do. You got to worry about yourself.
If they play well, they'll be all right, regardless of what Kansas City or anybody else does.
Yeah.
And if they don't, they won't.
Yeah.
They got some tough times right now. They got 2 pitchers on a disabled list. They got Verlander going to miss a start. And they got coming up 2 Saturdays in a row, day-night doubleheaders on the road.
Boy, it
which
is.
is going to be a real test for their pitching staff.
Like you said, it's a marathon, man. I mean, oof. Yeah, it's a lot of ball games left.
Yeah, there's over 40 games left.
Yeah.
And a lot can happen. They could fall completely out of it because they're playing Seattle this weekend, and Seattle and Detroit are practically tied record-wise for that last playoff spot.
I can remember before the season started, I was watching Channel 4, and they had Rob Parker on there.
Yeah.
And he predicted that Kansas City would win the division and go to the World Series. I mean, I knew they were going to have a good team.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kansas City wound up winning the division, although I still say I'm not worried about Kansas City. I'm more worried about Detroit.
Yeah.
But I would be surprised if they went to the World Series.
Yeah, I would be too.
I mean
that's kind of a stretch. But
yeah, they got to get past Baltimore. They got to get past Oakland. They got to get past the Angels.
Yeah.
I don't see them getting by all those teams.
I know it.
They got to undoubtedly play at least two of them.
Right. But it's just interesting, how well they are doing, and he said that before the season even started. So.
Yep.
But stranger things have
Parker
happened.
has never been noted for being a Detroit bandwagon type person.
Yeah.
He's always got that devil's advocate type approach.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep, I agree. All right, well, let's move on and talk about the business card swap.
Yeah, I understand it went well.
Very, very successful. It was a great article on the front page of the Observer today. We had probably 30 or a little more than 30 business representatives and owners there.
It's a start.
Absolutely. That's, you got to take baby steps. We went around. Everybody had a chance to speak. What they did was they were asked what is working for them, particularly to get people in their business. And I would say the majority of them said word of mouth and social media. Yeah. And I told everybody, I says, if you don't have a Facebook page for your business, you need to get one.
Yeah,
I mean, say what you want about Facebook, but it is a marvelous tool when it's used right. It really is. And
it seemed like you were creating what an organization I was involved in when I was active in business and so forth, and that was BNI, Business Networking Industry.
Yep.
So
Kelly actually talked about that.
You're starting something like that.
Similar, yeah.
And that was a great organization, still is, where you meet once a week and everybody gets to promote their business and say something about it, and you try to support each other. And
right.
I've still got a book filled with the business cards of all those organizations that were part of it. And when I know that, hey, I need something that one of them was involved in, I'd go back and look at it and say, well, let's give them a call and see if they're still doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. The turnout was awesome, for one thing. And that just goes to show you that people really care. They really want to, promote the business community and move the business community forward. Now, we were talking, not at the meeting, but I was talking with other people outside the meeting, and I'm a little bit disappointed in our city council and our city leaders to where I think they need to be a little bit more proactive.
Yeah.
I think they need to start promoting the business community and try bringing business into the community. There's no reason why, for instance, at the end of the meetings when they have their little round table, they can't say, well, so-and-so is having this, go and support them, or, Guardian Martial Arts is having this extravaganza. They need to be more proactive, don't you think, with their community?
It certainly wouldn't hurt. I mean, they are the leaders of the community, so when they do
and they
something,
know we have no chamber.
It reflects a much broader spectrum than if just an individual did something.
Right, absolutely.
And maybe we need to, at one of your future meetings, talk to the business leaders about, hey, we'd like to see this happening, but the council members have to know about what you're doing.
Right. They need to show up too.
Yeah.
Exactly. They need to work together.
So let them know so they can promote it.
Absolutely. I agree. Yeah. And I would love to, if Chief Murray's listening, I know he does listen on occasion, I would love to have him come to one of our monthly meetings that we have and discuss what is being done and what can be done to make it more user-friendly or business-friendly, this community, because I hear a lot of nightmares with these new businesses that are opening, the hoops that they have to jump through, and I think it's ridiculous. So we'd like to get him there as a speaker maybe, and people can pick his brain a little bit. So I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, it undoubtedly would, because right now it kind of falls on his office to be the representative that promotes new businesses and so forth, and
you got
it's
it.
not something that one person can do alone. We all got to participate in this.
Right. And, that was why me and Kelly, we started this. It's called Garden City Business Alliance. We did come up with a name, and I'm doing the Facebook page for him, so that's going to be done this weekend. I'm going to shoot it out, roll it out to Facebook this weekend. That's what were we talking about? I lost my train of thought. We're getting old, man.
Promoting new businesses.
Yeah, well, that's right. That's exactly, when we started this, the whole idea of this is these businesses have to take matters into their own hands, They really do. It's up to them now. We have no chamber. There is nobody that's going to be promoting you. You have the DDA now. I did talk to Kim Dole, who's the acting director now of the DDA, and she said if they are outside the DDA district, they can't support them monetarily, but they can support them otherwise. So I thought that was good. I thought that's like an olive branch reaching out,
Yeah.
Then I've heard where, one particular business person that wasn't there is kind of wanting to suggest that businesses join Dearborn Heights Chamber. Well, let me tell you, our chamber left a bad taste in a lot of business people's mouth here. And I don't think, with the problems that Dearborn Heights is having, they couldn't even run an election over there. I don't know. We can ask the people, but I don't know. I think we can do it on our own. I really do.
I would hope so. One of the difficulties is doing a cross-borders thing like this is you kind of lose your emphasis on identity. It's Garden City that has a need.
Exactly.
And expect Dearborn Heights businesses are going to help fulfill that need is somewhat pie in the sky.
Don't you think they would be more concentrated on their own businesses?
And they should be.
Yeah, absolutely.
It
I
should be
agree.
the local Garden City businesses that really take the ball and run with it if it's going to happen.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
And maybe your new alliance will be given a fresh start and a clean slate and not have to overcome people's feelings of frustration from prior situations, and we can get something started on a positive note. You can't have too much positive stuff going on.
Exactly. Always positive.
Anybody can complain about how things should be better or aren't going good, but that does nothing to help. It's people that are willing to do positive stuff and take charge and say, hey, this is something good that our business is doing or the community is doing and so forth. Garden City is a great community.
It is.
We just need more people supporting it and working for it and publicizing the great things that happen.
Right. The Dine and Dash was mentioned. Oh my God, we
miss
love
that so
that.
bad. I miss that so much.
Oh, I do too.
That was fantastic.
It was a blast.
I must have 3 or 4 T-shirts from various years of Dine and Dashes, and that was just the ones I could go to when I wasn't working or something.
Right. Well, we're kicking that around a little bit too. I'd like to bring that up, to some of the businesses. There's no reason why we can't do something like that. It's up to them.
Yeah. And the school's supported by providing a school bus and a driver and so forth. They contributed that.
Right.
And
you need that unity.
It brings different aspects of the community together.
Right. Well, they're going to meet once a month, for now, and the next meeting is going to be September the 12th. Unfortunately, I won't be there, but
you got vacation.
hopefully, hopefully.
Where's it going to be?
It's going to be at 38156 Executive Drive, and that's at the ServPro It's in Westland. Now, this is kind of controversial. It's south of Warren Road, and it's east of Hicks in Westland.
Okay.
So it's a Serb Pro. And, I can see where some people are saying, well, we want to keep it in Garden City. Well, absolutely, we do want to keep it in Garden City. But they have to remember Serb Pro services people in Garden City. They are here, and they were at the meeting. They're supporting Garden City. So, I think we should support them if we can, too. It's a tough situation there. We asked for somebody who wanted to host the next meeting. Nobody raised their hand, and Serb Pro was the first one. So now I do know that Jerry Thorne, Party Animal, he contacted me, and he wants to host. So I believe we're going to try and get him in October. He'll host the October meeting. But I really think we're going to have to probably go with Serb Pro this time. What do you do?
Yeah.
I understand both sides,
right.
But
we can't let it die. You have to keep it
right.
going. And
exactly. So, as long as they're supporting us, we're going to have to support them. But this is a Garden City business alliance, and it's going to continue to be that. But as long as they're servicing Garden City, serving our people, then we have to welcome them as far as I'm concerned. So I know some people probably disagree, but hey, it's one meeting, and we'll go from there. But no, we're really, really pleased with the outcome. Terry Krausen, he is a business coach. He talked for a little while and gave everybody a little pep talk. It was very, very well received. So Pam King was there from the council.
Okay.
Now, being proactive, she's a business lady in Garden City.
Right.
She's a realtor. But, yeah, I really want to, if anybody from the council's listening, I want you to become more proactive in this, and please support what we're trying to do like we support you. Okay? All right. Let's see. What other sports we got going on?
Well, the Lions had their first exhibition game.
Yeah, they won that. Pulled it out.
I mean,
they're playing tomorrow night.
Yeah, exhibition games mean essentially nothing
Yeah.
in pro football.
Yeah.
But it's always nice to win.
Yeah.
And
get out there, do a little
There was
hitting.
some good things. The third string quarterback looked good. Of course, he's playing against the third string defense of Cleveland.
Right. Yeah.
And he needs to get a little bit more exposure. And
Now, who are they playing tomorrow night?
Oakland.
Oh, right. Okay.
And they're on the road, so they're at Oakland.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, Cheryl's gone. She went on a scrapbook weekend. She's gone until Monday, so I got to hold down the fort. So you know what that means? Lots of sports.
She's really into scrapbooking?
Oh, yeah, big time.
My older daughter has been big in that.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
She, they're at a B&B, and it's actually a B&B in White Lake that was converted to a scrapbooking B&B for scrapbookers. It's like a working farm, and it's a farmhouse. It's really, really nice. So they have a blast out there. And they've gotten to know Peggy White, who owns it, and it's called The Gathering Place. I'll give her a little plug. And she just treats them real well. They have a great time. They're up till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning scrapbooking. It's unbelievable.
Pretty much a girls' night out?
Yeah, all girls. Yep. So they have a good time. It's good to get away, Got to do that every now and then. Mike Jones, or not Mike Jones, Mike Lawrence, very well, right?
Right.
And Sharon, we went with them to the Fairlane Estates, Ford Estates. Went down there and checked that out. It's closed right now, but we went down. There were security guards down by the river there, and that river was unbelievable. It looked like Niagara Falls. I mean, that's how loud it was. Yeah. And the security guards let us come down. They weren't going to let us at first, but we were the only ones, so they let us come down. We couldn't get real close. But
when I was still teaching, we used to have summer chemistry programs at Fairlane at the Henry Ford.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful there.
Yeah.
Really, really nice. But, yeah, I guess they got it closed. From what I understand, the Ford family took it over, according to Mike. and they're going to be doing some. It'll probably be open for Christmas, I'm sure. It's really beautiful at Christmas. I don't know if you've ever done that, but yeah, it's gorgeous in there. So we did that and spent the day with them doing that.
Well, my grandson is at martial arts tonight.
Oh, okay.
And
Guardian?
Yeah, and he's supposed to be up for evaluation and possible getting his, I guess it's orange belt on Saturday.
Oh, wow. Cool.
So,
very cool.
yeah.
Kelly's tough. She's
Yeah,
tough.
Yeah, they don't compromise their standards just for social niceties. You got to do.
Oh, you got to earn it. Yes, you do. Yeah, she doesn't pull no punches, so to speak. That's for sure. You know, I might as well mention this. It's never too early to mention the Santaland Parade. Dan York sent me this. It's the 54th annual Downtown Garden City Santaland Parade. It's going to be held on. Do I have it?
I've got it.
Oh, November 29th.
Right.
November 29th at 10 a.m. And the parade will begin at the Garden City High School, travel south on Middle Belt, turn east on Ford, and conclude at on Central Street there, where the farmers market is, over in that area, I guess.
Yeah, Michigan's at Ohio State that day.
Yeah, so you'll be able to.
So I'll be able to participate in the parade.
Oh, and yeah, that's. Let's mention this too. What you have there,
Oh
the
yeah,
Kiwanis.
The Kiwanis is sponsoring a Motor City casino trip.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, September 24th, through Party Animal Travel, and
that's open for anybody.
It's open for anybody. The bus is going to leave from Kmart parking lot at 8:15 a.m. Arrive at the casino at 9 a.m. And at that point, each participant will receive $30 in slot pay. So you pay $30 and you get $30 for slot pay. So
it ain't costing you nothing.
It's essentially free. The bus will depart the casino at 2 p.m. and return to Garden City. You can contact Party Animal at 734-525-9777 or any Kiwanis member if you're interested in participating. They've already got, as of last Thursday's luncheon meeting at Kiwanis, they've already got about a half a bus filled. And
oh, wow.
They might even have to take a second bus if it really grows the way they'd like to. So,
cool.
And
it's a fun time.
The nice thing is that all the money that's raised from this will help the Kiwanis, and essentially what they do is always geared towards helping kids in the community and what
exactly.
have you. So
yep, stays in the community.
Right.
And that's a nice thing. I like that. Yeah, so that's a fun time. If you're interested, get a hold of Party Animal or any Kiwanian if you know one.
Cash, checks, and credit cards are accepted. So for the $30.
Yeah, we like cash.
That's what I always tell my hot dog customers. Cash is preferred.
Cash is preferred.
Do you accept tips?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm not allowed to solicit them, but I am allowed to accept them.
There you go. Give freely.
Yeah, I have a philosophy on that. It says the prices they charge at Comerica Park, if somebody wants all their change back, they're entitled to it. Yeah. As hard as I work, if somebody wants to offer me a tip, I've earned it.
You better
some
believe
will, it. Some won't. So what? Move on to the next one.
Yes, sir. You better believe it. Hey, don't forget October 11th, man. The chili cook-off's coming right around the corner. It's the 7th annual chili cook-off and hot rod car show. I believe we're going to be invited to do our show again at the fire station. They're going to be doing their open house. So I think we'll be over there doing that. So you can swing by and see us.
I've heard a rumor that the next edition of the Garden Club calendar may be available.
Yes, it is.
For 2015.
Yes, it is. It's going to be available, and this is quite interesting. Cheryl's scheduled. She's going to be the month of February, her birthday month.
Okay.
And they've already started, and yes, they're taking orders, by the way, right now.
For calendars?
Yeah. So anybody that's interested, contact the Garden Club, or you can contact if you go to their website, the Garden Club website, gcgc.weebly.com, you can contact them through the contact page there and put an order in or whatever. I don't know what the price is. I'm not going to say for sure. It's probably $12. It might have gone up. I don't know.
Yeah.
But as soon as I find out, I'll let people know.
And what was nice last year was they had a signing event.
Yes.
Over at Garden City Cafe, where I think 11 out of the 13
Yep.
featured stars of the last calendar were there to sign your calendar. So
That was a good time.
So I got not only Mr. October, but 10 others by that time.
Yeah.
My wife said we always buy a calendar and have it on the wall in the kitchen and write appointments and stuff like that on it.
We do too.
She says, I said, well, we need to get a calendar for that. She said, didn't you just buy a calendar? She says, yeah, but I can't use that one.
That's a collector's item.
Right.
Yeah. Mr. October's wife mentioned, I can't wait till October comes. I'm going to be seeing it all October, the whole month. Oh, they had a lot of fun with that, and it was a tremendous fundraiser. I mean, it was just unbelievable, the money they made.
Well, they had to go out and print more, and
they had
a couple extra printings or something.
2 extra printings. Yep.
Yeah.
And that way, with the money they raised, they actually raised their scholarship for the high school to $1,000, I think. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah, they're doing real good. But this one's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
And
I understand there's going to be some body painting involved.
Yes, body painting. That's what it is. And all I can tell you is Cheryl is going to be. It's a glow in the dark. That's all I can say. So.
Our Kiwanis president is going to be in it, I understand.
Yeah.
Julie Slebauer.
Yes. Matter of fact,
I don't know what month.
She already done hers, I believe. I don't know what month either, but I think she already done hers.
Yeah, well.
And I think it come out fantastic. And let me put a plug in. Charlotte Laurie. Laurie is doing she's the photographer. She's doing all the shooting again, like she did last time. She just opened up a brand new business. It's next to Integrity Printing, across the street from Kroger's. I want to give her a plug. She's thrilled to death. She finally got the permit to open today, and she's going to open tomorrow. So she can't wait to get going. So go on over there and tell her we sent you. Go say hi. It's beautiful over there. Maybe you can set something up for some pictures. She's very busy. Does a great job. Very good photographer. Charlotte Laurie Studios. Okay. What else we got? We're moving right along here. All right. We were just at an hour, or a minute over an hour. And all right, let me mention this. Get your pencils ready for some upcoming shows. Next week we have August 21st. We're going to have Paul Ruthenberg and Mike Logan here. They're from Midwest Sanitation. They're good friends of Richard's. And they're going to talk about recycling and how they started out. I guess they go way back to the horse and pulling a wagon days. So we'll see just how far we've come. And hopefully we can talk about some recycling for Garden City, I hope.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get curbside recycling.
Yes, it would. I hope that's not a dead issue now.
Me too.
I haven't heard any more about it.
Yeah.
Something else the council needs to get going on.
Yeah, we should check with Mayor Pro Tem Lynch, considering it was her son who was big in it and promoted it.
Absolutely. And then wrapping up August on the 28th, we're going to have Erin Sandberg, Barb Sandberg. You know Barb with the Commission on Aging.
Right.
It's her grandson. He is the spokesperson for VEMA, VEMMA.
Well, that's that drink, right?
Yep, it's a physician-formulated and clinically studied supplement drink. It's supposed to be really good for you. Like I said, I don't think Barb would mind if I mentioned her age, but she's 72.
Wow.
You wouldn't believe it.
No.
And she takes it and feels and looks great, she said. So I do have sample in there. I got to get going on it before he gets here.
You and I have to try this before the 28th.
Yeah, we'll try it. We'll give it a shot. I don't know if Richard will, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
He's just a young guy.
He's a young whippersnapper.
I'm like Barb. I'm 72. I'll try just about anything.
Yeah, you're 72, and look at you, man. I mean, up and down Comerica steps. Jeez, oh, Pete. Unbelievable. You got to be in some kind of shape, my man.
Yeah, it's called round. That's a shape, right?
Aren't we all? See, everything goes south, man. I'm telling you. Hey, also I wanted to mention sometime in late September, I got an email or a phone call, I'm sorry, from Mr. Tim Fredenberg, and he was actually at the business meeting, Business Alliance meeting, and he just opened up a new health training facility. It's called The Garage, and it's here in Garden City, and he's interested in coming on the show. He is having a boot camp starting August 25th, and will be on, that's going to be held on Monday and Wednesdays and Fridays from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Now, he's eager to have other days and times as long as there's an interest showing. And this class is going to run for 4 weeks. It's going to cost $100, and that's for all 4 weeks. Takes care of everything, covers it all. And his number is 734-658-9372. Now, you got to see this guy. I mean, if you ever get the opportunity to meet this guy, he is like the Hulk. He was at this meeting, and I said, I used to look like that.
Yeah,
I said, it's like looking in a mirror.
Yeah. I can identify with that. I'm like the Blob.
But anyway, this guy, I think he said he'd come in second, or he was Mr. Michigan at one time. And he told me he's 52 years old. You would not believe it. This guy does not look 52 at all, maybe about 40.
Wow.
So, yeah, he's really in good shape. So if you're interested in getting a good workout, you're going to want to give him a call. Tim Fredenberg.
Something to do before a council meeting at 7 o'clock on a Monday. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Get a good workout in,
Yeah.
break a sweat, and then go to the council meeting. Stink up the joint. So look, if you guys, you want to come on, share your story, or maybe you provide a service or whatever, you want to come on the show, you're more than welcome. We're always eager to have people come on and share what they do and promote them to other communities. If you're interested, contact us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com. So we have a lot of shows coming up. Like I said, I'm not scheduling anything in September yet. We're going to be gone, I think, the first week or 10 days of September. No, let's see, the second week, I think, of September. I can't remember what days.
So is it going to be a week we don't have a show?
Yeah, probably we'll just take off, I think. And then we'll pick up when we get back. We're going down to North Carolina for a little bit, so
Nice.
Derek will be here and take care of Zoe. So, but yeah, Cheryl wants to get away. We haven't been away in a couple of years, so we'll do that. Get back to doing a little traveling. And so anyway, yeah, that's the deal for September. But by any means, I will be back, and we'll do more shows and promotions and you name it. Let me see if we got anything else.
You got Richard's seniors helping, or whatever, the leaf raking thing coming up.
Senior.
Yeah.
What's it called? Oh, Make a Senior Smile.
Make a Senior Smile coming up in November.
Yes, November. Yep. I don't know what day exactly, but once we get closer, we'll mention that.
Yeah, it's a Saturday.
I
It's
think
probably
the
the 8th or the
first or
15th
second.
or 1st. I don't know.
Yeah, first Saturday, I think. I don't know.
That would be November 1st.
Right.
I guess they've already got like 25 homes that they're planning on going to, and they're looking for more volunteers.
Yeah, just volunteers now is what they need.
And it's kind of a nice day because you get together, you have a little continental breakfast, you go
Little
out for a couple
camaraderie.
hours, you come back, you have a lunch,
Get a T-shirt.
get a T-shirt, and you literally make a senior smile because
You do.
yeah.
It
I'm
makes
trying
you
to
feel
figure
good.
out. I'm trying to figure out how Faye and I can sign up to have our yard raked. We're seniors, and we
Hey.
struggle. We struggle with that every year.
Let me tell you, if they're in the area, you see them in the area, I don't think they'd have any problem whatsoever coming over and doing it.
Well, they
for
do.
you.
They did our neighbor, and she's somewhat physically challenged, so she can't do it herself.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure they would do it if they're there. There wouldn't be any problem. I mean, they're in and out in like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I mean, it's ridiculous how fast they do it.
There's usually 2 or 3 Saturdays or weekends that I have to get out the old lawn vacuum and
I hear you.
do the leaves.
Yeah. God, we have a lot.
Even with that lawn vacuum, it's still a big job for a couple of old
Yeah.
centenarians or whatever you call those 70-year-olds.
Exactly. And it's usually you don't feel like doing it after climbing Comerica all day.
Yeah, well,
Jeez.
hopefully that should be after the baseball season.
Yeah.
Even the Tigers make the playoffs.
Yeah,
They're not
true,
gonna be
true.
playing- They're
November.
not going to be playing in November.
That's true. Yeah, I forgot. Hey, Tom, you still there? Tom? I see you're on the phone, but maybe he nodded off. I just thought maybe if he had any last weather information he wanted to do. But yeah, that's okay.
Like you said, the long-range forecasts look relatively mild for us.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at it, especially when they're during homestands, and there's supposed to be a possibility of a little rain on Saturday,
Yeah, just a touch, I
but
think.
nothing like what we
Oh,
just
no.
went through. So,
That was incredible.
well, they're saying that's like once in 300 years type storm.
Yeah, yeah.
It
And
was unbelievable.
Did you see, I mean, the same thing in New York. They had the same
Yeah.
thing. Cars all underwater, and I mean, and then they had,
Well, like you said, it hit the East Coast, was it Baltimore, and then went up
Yep.
to New York and
Yeah.
Maine, and now it's fortunately out in the Atlantic Ocean.
yeah. But today I saw on the news where they had one freeway lane shut down, one of the lanes where it was buckling. The pavement starting to buckle.
Yeah,
So they're worried about that now, and even sinkholes with it all washing away under it.
Right.
So you never know. Like you said, you know, you don't want to go through that water, man. You just don't want to do it.
Some of the pictures of places where the standing water and the abandoned cars were just unbelievable, and you feel for the
Crazy.
people that had their basements flooded. And
Oh, I know. I know. Yeah. and-
Most homeowners insurance doesn't cover that. You have to have special insurance. For
Right, right. Now
Now they're talking about maybe trying to get some FEMA help or something like
yeah,
that
yeah, state of emergency or whatever.
for some of those people.
Snyder.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, they had that one young couple on TV. I think they lived right on the Clinton River, and they had to get out of their house. I mean, it was just rushing in, just like
Yeah.
it was terrible. But they had flood insurance. I was shocked.
Yeah. Maybe
So-
because they live on the Clinton River, they
But,
were
you
a little
know,
more sensitive to
all
it.
the stuff that they lost, all the priceless photos and everything. Terrible.
Monday when I went to the council meeting that didn't take place, the outside lanes on Ford Road were really bad. I mean,
Oh yeah.
you had to go to the left through lane, and even that sometimes was a little bit underwater.
Yeah, yeah. It was crazy. Just insane. I don't want to see that again.
No.
Well, we've had the worst winter on record in years, and now we've had the worst rain.
Storm.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Jeez. We should have a fantastic winter now.
Yeah, but and meanwhile, there are people that'll be saying that, oh, that's just part of the natural trend of things. There's no such thing as climate change.
Yeah, okay.
You're right.
You know, I don't know. You just can't convince them, you know.
Yeah, it's remarkable the ignorance
Yep.
that's out there. Gee, we don't believe in science. Apparently not.
Dumb. Hey, once again, I want to, just remind you, our guest was Dawn Lafferty and Lisa Morales from Angels Above Baby Gowns. Now, if you're interested, if you're a sewer and you like to sew, believe me, they can use you. And if you don't have a sewing machine, they'll loan you one, put it right in your house for you.
And if you know anybody has a gown they're willing to donate.
Yeah, a wedding gown, or they will take prom dresses too.
Yeah.
Yeah, give them a call at 734-421-2322. And that's Dawn Lafferty once again, okay? They're doing really remarkable work. It's wonderful what they do. Well, I think we're ready to call this a podcast. What do you think?
Yeah. Sorry, I can't give you any update on the county budget or the jail or anything like that, like the guy who normally sits in this chair does.
Yeah.
But
Well,
we'll just have to check the paper and find out like everybody else.
Yeah. All right. Well, like I said, I want to thank everybody that joined us tonight, especially our guests, Lisa Morales and Dawn Lafferty from Angels Above Baby Gowns. It's a remarkable work they do. So if you can support them, please do. Also, thanks to my co-host filling in for Richard tonight, Mike Jones. Good job, Mike. Appreciate it.
Do what you can. Richard leaves some pretty big shoes. They're hard to fill.
You did great, man. Really good. Also, Doppler Tom, what can I say? Our resident weatherman. He's the best. And thanks to everyone who hung out in the chat room with us. We appreciate your support every week. If you have a show idea or a guest you'd like us to try and get on, just send us an email at gccommunitychat@gmail.com, and we'll do our very best to provide that for you. And if you haven't joined our mailing list yet, please do. It's growing daily. All you have to do in the subject line, put "add me to your mailing list," and we will do that. Send it to gccommunitychat@gmail.com. Join us next Thursday, August 21st, for show number 213 at 8 p.m. right here on TalkShoe.com, show ID 82757, when we welcome Paul Ruthenberg and Mike Logan from Midwest Sanitation. That's going to be an interesting show, I think. Should be another good one. We hope you all enjoyed tonight's show. Remember, the success of a community depends on the community, so please support your local businesses. And don't forget, the next business card swap meeting is September 12th. And you can go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/GCChat, and I will be posting that. And also look for the new Garden City Business Alliance Facebook page. That's going to be rolling out this weekend. So you can go by there, stop by there. If you're a business person, send me your business card. Email it to me, and I will put it out there on the Facebook page for you and all the information that goes along with it. And remember, if you see something, please say something. Look out for one another out there. Also, if you're watching us on YouTube, on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/communitychatshow, don't forget to subscribe to it. Just click on the little subscribe button. I think it's red on there. That way you'll be notified whenever we post a new one. You won't miss any. So on behalf of Mike Jones and Tom Iwinski, this is Carrie. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.